This is your wake-up call. The universe is speaking, listen closely. Archangel Michael says, there are moments in time when the heavens align, and a divine event changes everything. One such moment occurred on February 15th, a day when the course of destiny took a turn that no one could have foreseen. A sacred delivery arrived, a shift so powerful that even the angels rejoiced in its unfolding. This was not an ordinary event, it was a moment preordained by the Highest. The earth trembled, not in fear, but in anticipation of what was to come. The air carried a divine stillness, as if creation itself held its breath. As the hour struck, a celestial presence moved unseen, guiding the hands of fate. Those who had waited felt a surge of energy, their spirits awakening to something greater. A transformation had begun, and nothing would remain the same. It was on this day that the veil between the physical and spiritual realms seemed thinner than ever. Those who paid attention felt the shift, a whisper in their souls telling them something had arrived. A force beyond comprehension had made its presence known. Like this video if you believe in divine timing. Those who doubted soon found themselves surrounded by signs they could not explain. A sudden wind, a flicker of light, a warmth in their hearts, each a message from above. Something sacred had been set in motion, and no earthly force could stop it. The ones who had prayed for change saw their prayers answered in ways they never expected. The ones who had longed for a breakthrough found doors opening before them. What had seemed impossible became reality in an instant. If you wish to show your appreciation, you can give super thanks up to $50. This was not just a day on the calendar, it was a divine appointment written long before time began. The world may not have noticed at first, but those who were aligned with the heavens knew. Their spirits leaped with recognition, understanding that this was a day of great significance. Some were given dreams, visions of what was to come. Others felt a shift deep within their souls, an undeniable knowing that their lives would never be the same. The presence of the divine was stronger than ever. From the moment this delivery took place, the path forward became clear. Those who had wandered in confusion found clarity. Those who had been lost found their way back home. The heavens had sent a sign, and those who saw it knew they had been chosen. It was not by accident that they were witnesses to this moment. Every soul that felt the shift was part of a greater plan. Some would rise into their destiny, stepping boldly into what they were meant to do. Others would see the truth that had been hidden from them for so long. This was a time of revelation, a time of renewal. Those who embraced this shift found themselves transformed. Their hearts burned with a new fire, their eyes saw the world differently. The burdens they once carried felt lighter, and the road ahead looked brighter. Type 777 if you are ready for your breakthrough. There were those who resisted, who refused to see the truth before them. But the divine does not force, only invites. And so, the invitation remained, waiting for the right hearts to receive it. Some questioned what they felt, trying to explain it away. But deep down, their spirits knew. This was real, and it was happening now. The ones who accepted the calling found their strength renewed. They walked with a new confidence, knowing they were being led by something greater. Their battles no longer felt impossible, for they were no longer fighting alone. As the days passed, the evidence of this shift became undeniable. Miracles unfolded, and doors that had been shut for years suddenly opened. The impossible became possible, and faith turned into sight. Each moment that followed carried a divine touch. The world moved as it always had, but those who were aware could see the difference. There was a presence in the air, an unseen hand guiding events in ways no one could explain. The ones who had struggled found peace in the storm. The ones who had waited saw their patience rewarded. Those who had cried tears of sorrow now wept with joy. The divine delivery had brought more than just change, it had brought restoration. What was lost had been returned. What was broken had been made whole. Some realized that this was the moment they had been waiting for all their lives. It was as if everything before this had been leading to this one event. Nothing was wasted, and nothing was in vain. Type 999 if you believe that everything is happening for a reason. A great awakening had begun. The ones who answered the call were stepping into their purpose. The ones who had doubted now knew the truth. The divine was not distant, nor was it silent. It had been moving all along, waiting for the perfect moment. And now, that moment had come. Everything had changed on February 15th. The shift had begun, and it could not be undone. Those who embraced it would see wonders beyond their imagination. The call had gone out. The choice was now in the hands of those who heard it. Would they step forward, or would they turn away? For those who chose to walk in faith, the journey was only beginning. What lay ahead was greater than anything they had left behind. And as they stepped into the unknown, they knew one thing for sure: they were not alone. Archangel Michael says, there are messages hidden in plain sight, and sometimes, they arrive right at your doorstep. A delivery comes, but it's not just a package, it carries a secret meant for you. The one who brings it knows more than you think, for this is no ordinary delivery. The air feels different as they approach, as if something unseen walks with them. You feel a shift, a presence, an energy that makes your spirit alert. It's not just about what's in their hands, it's about what they carry in their soul. This moment has been prepared long before today. It's not an accident, not a coincidence, but a divine setup. What arrives at your door holds more than what your eyes can see. You reach for the package, but something tells you this is bigger than it appears. The delivery person lingers for a second longer, their eyes knowing, their presence almost familiar. Something unspoken passes between you, a message beyond words. This isn't the first time they've been here. You may not remember, but they do. They've seen things, carried things, and now, they bring something that was always meant to find you. The weight of destiny rests in this exchange. What's in that package is not just a delivery, it's a revelation. It holds something that will shift your understanding of what's happening around you. You close the door, but the moment lingers. There's something about this that feels too perfect, too precise. Like the universe aligned to make sure this arrived at just the right time. The delivery person walks away, but their presence still fills the space. You feel it deep within, you were meant to receive this, and now, it's time to open it. Type Amen if you believe everything happens for a reason. Your hands hover over the package, your spirit aware that what's inside isn't just an object, it's an answer. The weight in your hands feels heavier than it should, as if carrying something more than just what was ordered. A thought crosses your mind: was this sent by someone you know, or by something greater? The timing, the message, the way it arrived, it all fits together too perfectly. This is not just about what's inside, but about what it represents. The one who brought it knew. Their silence spoke volumes. Their knowing glance was not an accident, because they understood what they were carrying. They've seen many doorsteps, handed over countless packages, but this one was different. This one was meant for you, and they knew it carried more than what was visible. Type 777 if you believe that divine messages come in unexpected ways. What you hold in your hands is not just about today. It connects to something bigger, something you may not have fully seen yet. The moment you break the seal, your life will never be the same. There are things hidden in plain sight, and this is one of them. It arrived as a package, but it carries wisdom, a shift, a truth waiting to be revealed. The one who delivered it was not just a messenger, they were a witness. They saw something before you did. They knew this was more than just another routine stop. They felt the weight of what they carried, and in that moment, they understood. The way they looked at you, the way they hesitated, the way their presence lingered, these were not random actions. They had knowledge, awareness, an understanding beyond the surface. Type Amen if you are ready for divine revelations. Everything has been leading up to this. The signs, the nudges, the quiet whispers in your soul, all preparing you for what's being revealed now. The message at your doorstep is the next step in something greater. This was always meant to find you. The timing had to be right, the moment aligned, and now, here it is. The doors are opening, and the truth is stepping forward. The one who delivered it may have known too much, but they were chosen for this task. They were meant to be the bridge, the one who placed this in your hands. And they knew exactly what they were doing. It's not about them, it's about you. It's about what you're about to see, about what's being placed in your life at this exact moment. The delivery is here, and it's time to embrace what's inside. Type 999 if you are ready for the next chapter. The message has been received, and the shift has begun. What was once hidden is now coming to light. The pieces are coming together, and soon, everything will make sense. There are no accidents, only divine appointments. And this one arrived right on time. The hands that delivered it were guided, and the timing was perfect. You were meant to receive this. You were meant to step into this revelation. And now, as you take the next step, know that the heavens have aligned for this very moment. The delivery was more than just a package. It was a reminder, a confirmation, a sign that you are on the right path. What's inside is only the beginning of something greater. Archangel Michael says, "There are days that seem ordinary but hold the power to change everything." February 15th was one of those days, a moment written in divine timing, a day when a stranger arrived and nothing remained the same. The world moved as usual, but for those who were meant to see it, something powerful unfolded. The visit was unexpected, yet it felt destined. A presence entered your life, not by accident, but by design. This was not just a passing encounter, it was a shift, a turning point. There are no coincidences when the divine is at work. The arrival of this stranger carried a message, a lesson, a revelation that had been waiting to reach you. And when they came, the course of your life began to change. Some felt it instantly, a deep stirring in their soul, an unshakable feeling that something beyond the ordinary was happening. Others only realized it later, looking back and seeing the trail of divine fingerprints left behind. This stranger did not come empty-handed. They carried something unseen, something meant only for you. Whether it was a word, a gesture, or simply their presence, they were sent for a reason. Perhaps they spoke a truth you needed to hear. Perhaps they opened a door you never knew existed. Or maybe, they simply awakened something within you that had been dormant for too long. This encounter was not a mistake. It was orchestrated by forces beyond what the eye can see. A messenger had arrived, not just from another place, but from another purpose. What happened on February 15th was more than just a meeting. It was a divine appointment, carefully aligned with the right time, the right place, and the right heart. It was always meant to happen. Some may have brushed it off, thinking it was just another face in the crowd. But for those who were aware, it became clear, this was different. This moment was chosen. The words spoken on that day carried weight. They echoed long after the stranger was gone, settling deep into the soul like seeds planted in fertile ground. Something had been set in motion. Some doors closed that day, while others opened wide. Choices were made, paths were revealed, and lives began to shift. The impact of the visit stretched far beyond the moment itself. It was as if time itself paused for an instant, allowing destiny to step in. This was not just a visitor, it was an intervention, a course correction, a divine nudge toward something greater. Type 777 if you believe in divine encounters. Those who ignored the moment missed the opportunity. But for those who listened, everything became clear. Their hearts burned with an understanding that could not be explained, only felt. The stranger may have left, but their presence remained. Their words replayed in the mind, their actions left ripples that could not be undone. This was not just a visit, it was a message. And for some, this moment answered questions they had carried for years. Clarity came where confusion had ruled. Peace settled where doubt once lived. For others, it marked the beginning of a new journey. A shift, a revelation, a transformation that had been waiting for the perfect moment to begin. That moment arrived on February 15th. Type Amen if you are ready for your breakthrough. Looking back, the signs were there all along. The feeling in the air, the sense that something significant was about to happen. The universe had aligned, and the message had been delivered. The stranger did not come to stay, but their impact was lasting. They were sent to awaken, to remind, to guide. Their presence was fleeting, but their purpose was eternal. Some lives turned in a completely new direction after that day. What seemed impossible before suddenly felt within reach. Fear gave way to faith, doubt turned into knowing. And as time passed, those who embraced the encounter saw the evidence unfold. Blessings began to flow, doors continued to open, and the meaning of February 15th became even clearer. Type 999 if you believe everything happens in divine timing. The stranger's visit was never just about that day. It was about the days that followed, the journey that began, the purpose that was unlocked. A single moment can change everything. Perhaps they were an angel in disguise, sent to deliver a message in human form. Or maybe they were just another soul on their own journey, unknowingly playing a part in something far greater. But one thing is certain, what happened that day was not random. It was a divine setup, a moment prepared long before it happened. And it was always meant for you. The question is not why they came, but what you will do with what they left behind. The words, the lessons, the shift, these are the gifts given on February 15th. Archangel Michael says, "Not all packages are what they seem, and some deliveries carry more than what's inside the box." There are moments in life when an unexpected arrival holds a secret that can change everything. And sometimes, the one delivering it knows far more than they should. A knock on the door, a simple exchange, a signature on a slip, on the surface, it seems ordinary. But beneath it, something greater is at work. This delivery is not just about what's being handed over, it's about what's being revealed. The air feels different as they stand before you. There's something in their eyes, something in the way they hesitate before letting go of the package. It's as if they know what's inside is more than just an item, it's a key, a piece of a much bigger picture. You take the box, but the weight of it is more than physical. Your spirit stirs, sensing that this moment is bigger than it appears. The delivery person lingers for a second, as if debating whether to say something, but then they turn and walk away. Type 333 if you are ready for divine revelations. The package rests in your hands, but you hesitate before opening it. Something about this feels different, almost too perfect in its timing. It's as if it arrived exactly when it was meant to. The delivery person seemed to understand more than they let on. The way they looked at you, the way their presence carried a knowing, it was as if they were not just delivering something but witnessing something unfold. Your heart beats a little faster as you cut through the seal. The moment stretches, heavy with meaning, as if the universe itself is waiting to see what happens next. This is not just about what's inside, it's about what it represents. The box opens, and instantly, everything shifts. Something hidden is now in the light. What was once unknown is now in your hands, waiting for you to see the truth. Type Amen if you believe divine timing is real. The delivery person was never just a messenger. They were part of the plan, sent at the right time, carrying the right thing, to the right person. And that person is you. They walked away, but they knew the weight of what they left behind. It wasn't just a package, it was a moment that would change the course of everything. And they had seen it before. If you wish to show your appreciation, you can give super thanks up to $50. They had delivered many things to many places, but this one was different. They knew something you didn't yet understand. And as they stepped away, they carried the knowledge of what had just been set into motion. Your hands tremble as you hold what has been given to you. It may look simple, but the impact it will have is far from ordinary. This is bigger than just one delivery, this is a revelation in disguise. Type 777 if you are ready for what's next. There are moments in life when the truth is delivered in unexpected ways. Sometimes, it arrives through people you've never met before. And sometimes, it's hidden in something as simple as a sealed box. But when the time is right, the truth finds you. No matter how long it's been hidden, no matter how impossible it seemed, what is meant for you will always arrive. And now, it has. The delivery person knew that they held something important. It wasn't just another stop on their route, it was a divine appointment. They played their role, and now, the rest is up to you. You close your eyes for a moment, letting it sink in. This is bigger than today, bigger than this moment. This is a shift, a turning point, a new chapter that is about to begin. Type Amen if you believe this was meant for you. The contents of the package are not just objects, they are messages, signs, pieces of something greater. Whether you realize it now or later, what has arrived is part of your story. Every detail matters. The sender, the timing, the way it came to you, all of it is aligned with something bigger. There is no mistake in the way this has unfolded. Perhaps this is the answer you've been waiting for. Perhaps this is the moment that was always meant to happen. Either way, nothing will ever be the same. The delivery person walked away, but they left more than a package at your door. They left a reminder that life is full of divine interventions. And this was one of them. Type 999 if you are ready to receive all that is meant for you. The story doesn't end here. The package has been opened, but the journey has just begun. What comes next is up to you, and the path ahead is unfolding with purpose. What seemed hidden is now in plain sight. What once felt far away is now within reach. And what was once a mystery is now a message, written just for you.